We didn't know this until after the fact. Our friends were taking bets on how long this project was going to overrun. So it's going to be a month, it's going to be 2 months, the kind of work they want to do. There's no way they're going to be able to move in on time. Everybody was shocked, especially our friends, when everything was delivered to us actually 2 days before the deadline. And the team never missed a beat. And so I think it was a great experience working with the Ohmyhome team, and we're really happy with the outcome. And I would say really exceeded our expectations. Yeah, my name is Jessica. We're a family of 4, 2 kids, Charlie, who's 12 years old, and Allie, who's about to turn 8 years old. My husband, John, and obviously Cosmo, our family dog. So I think for a lot of expats who move to Singapore, part of the dream is actually to live in a black and white. I mean, these old colonial style, beautiful homes. And so I think we also had that dream when we first moved to Singapore, but then we actually learned about how daunting it can actually be to live in a black and white. The government, you rent from the government, they deliver the house to you pretty much empty. You have to put in the work to renovate the house. They're old houses, so naturally old houses tend to have old house problems, whether it's termites or even structural issues. A lot of the windows were broken. The bathrooms were pretty much unusable. The kitchen, you could hardly even call that a kitchen. It was basically an empty room where the kitchen was supposed to be.
What was that like?
Quite honestly, it was terrifying. It looked a little bit like a haunted house. When we met the Ohmyhome team from the get-go, I thought it was really good, a really great vibe. We really understood the vision. I loved that the team came in from the get-go with a lot of equipment to really try to help us ideate and understand the space and what we could do with it. For that first time, they were doing the 3D imaging. And so actually that was part of the reason why we were so impressed. We were like, wow, like no other contractor brought this kind of equipment, right? It was literally like a guy measuring things and taking some pictures with his phone. I thought that was really unique and really helped us to accelerate our own process as well too, and really think through what we wanted to do with the space. I mean, the bulk of the work was creating something out of literally nothing. I think the only thing that was in the kitchen were some broken shelves that were still stuck on the wall. And shelves is probably like a little bit too generous of a term. The kitchen in particular, while it was daunting, given that it was basically just an empty room, my husband and I both love to cook. We spent a lot of time in the kitchen. So we also saw it as an opportunity to really build our dream kitchen in particular. My husband and I, we are from the US originally, and so we really wanted an American style kitchen, which is quite unusual in Singapore. We wanted a large sink, really wanted a large range stovetop. We wanted to have a dishwasher, which is very, very uncommon in Singapore. And the other requirement is my husband is quite tall. And so I think the frustration we had always had with where we previously lived, and we used to live in Hong Kong before this as well too, is that the counters were too low for him. And so we also wanted to build a little bit higher as well too, to suit his needs. And so I think there were quite a number of these very, very specific, but also very, in the end, quite important details. The team presented us with ideas that we hadn't even thought of before.
Do you actually remember like a couple of details like that, or is that too specific?
Oh, the potato and onion drawer. Life changer. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's totally a thing. If you don't have one, you should get one. But yeah, I mean, like little things like that, they make a difference though, because it allows you to have more space on your countertop, keep it clean. And so those type of elements we really loved. Yeah, so we started speaking to Ohmyhome in, I think it was April of last year. At that time, because the keys hadn't been handed over to us, even though we won the bid, it was very limited in terms of the number of times we'd come and see the place and visit. But I think because you had a lot of equipment, you did quite thorough pre-work, it actually made the process a lot smoother. We needed to move in by, I think it was late September. But we didn't get the keys until early August from the landlord. And so it was really a very, very, very tight 6-week time frame for quite a lot of work to be done. But again, I think that because there was very, very good preparation in the beginning, we were able to front load quite a lot of work. The team also really went out of their way to make sure that the timelines were met, right? Really trying to help us to accelerate certain aspects of the renovation, trying to front load a number of the work streams. And we really appreciated that very clear and two-way communication. The 3D imaging, I think, definitely helped a lot, but it was also just the thoroughness of the preparation. The team really went above and beyond with everything. I mean, Ohmyhome also did all the lighting for us as well too, which I think people tend to really underestimate how big of a difference good lighting can actually make in a home. And so this place is already very naturally bright, but again, haunted house vibes. And so making sure that we had really good lighting consistently through the house, it really changed the complete feel of the home, right? Not so much the look, but really the feel of the home. And so you can see here, they did a great job with the track lighting here. For both of our kids, now that they're getting older, the ability for them to have their own space and to make it really their own and what they want was something that was really appealing for us. And obviously with Cosmo, the ability to have our own space where he could run around and be free and lead a happy life. We've been very happy living here since we moved in September. It's been a few months now, so we've had an opportunity to really live in it. I mean, we're so grateful to the Ohmyhome team. They did such an amazing job. I would say even our friends were very impressed and very surprised. It was relatively painless. I think it was probably as low stress as you possibly could make it for quite a large endeavor, and the team never missed a beat. And so I think it was a great experience working with the Ohmyhome team. And we're really happy with the outcome, and I would say really exceeded our expectations. Absolutely, I think we would absolutely recommend to our friends, especially other friends who might be undergoing a large endeavor like this. I think that was great, and we're really happy with the outcome.